Hi everyone, thanks for joining us today for a demo of an end-to-end CI/CD pipeline for deploying database schema changes to Kubernetes using Atlas and Argo CD. Let's start. So with Atlas, whenever we want to make a change to the database, we first make a change to our desired state, to the schema that we want to exist in the database. In our case, let's add a new column, call it in the post table, and let's call it main topic. And it will be a varchar 100 not null column. Great. Now, next thing we want to do is to generate a migration using the Atlas migrate diff command. What Atlas does now is compare the migration directory to the desired schema and produce the migration to reconcile the differences between the two. Now, we create a new branch. We add all of the new files, adding column to post table, and we can create a pull request. In our Git repo, we will now create a new pull request. Once this pull request is created, a GitHub action kicks in to verify our changes. You can see this in the GitHub action workflow file that whenever we create a pull request that impacts a migration file, we will run a few important steps. First of all, we will check out the code. Then we will set up Atlas. We will install the Atlas CLI. We are using a schema registry here, so we need a token to work against Atlas Cloud. And then we run the Atlas migrate lint action. What migrate lint does is that it simulates our change on an empty database and verifies that the changes are safe. Once this is done, a pull request comment is created, as we will see in a moment. So, as you see, once this GitHub action finished running, you can see the new migration file was detected. We generated an ERD. You can see that in Atlas Cloud. Right, this is an ERD that shows the change in this pull request. And we get an analysis for, in our case, adding a non-nullable varchar 100 on column main topic might fail. This is interesting. In this case, we want to merge anyway. Let's merge this change. And what happens now is that another GitHub action kicks in. And what it's going to do after linting our changes is going to do something that is called migrate push. The migrate push action takes the current version of the migration directory and pushes it to the schema registry, as we will see happen in a moment. We're finishing the migrate push action. We can now go to the schema registry to see our project. We can now see that our new migration was pushed here just a few seconds ago. In the schema registry, we can see all of the history, what the database schema looked like over time. We can use the diff function to show the difference between different versions. We get automatic documentation from our migration directory in each version we can see. And now let's see how we can deploy from the schema registry using Argo CD to our target Postgres database. So until now, we reviewed the CI pipeline, how we plan changes, make sure they are safe, and have them land in the schema registry. Let's review our deployment machinery, how we actually make changes to the target database. So in my Argo CD application, I have an Atlas migration custom resource. This is managed by the Atlas operator. I have here two important pieces. One is the URL, which is stored in a secret. This is the connection string to the target database. And the second one is the directory, what version we are deploying to the target database. And here we're using a remote directory, meaning it's stored in the Atlas schema registry. The repository name is Atlas Argo Demo, and the tag, this is the exact version that we want deployed. Now, if we want to find this version, 095 at the end, We can go to the schema registry and look in the tags panel. Here we can see that this is a version from 43 minutes ago. We also see that there is a more recent version that maybe we would like to deploy. And if we refresh the page here, we will see that our target database running on Kubernetes is actually one version behind. So this is the version we planned just a minute ago. Let's see how we can deploy this. So basically, we want to deploy this new tag, this new version that ends with 05B. What I want to do in order to deploy this, I can update my manifest. I'm going to go to the migration manifest and I'm going to update the desired tag. This is the new tag that I would like deployed on my target database. So I commit this change, and now I can, of course, refresh Argo CD, and we will see that the operator kicks in now to apply this change. We can see now that the new version is the one that we want, and if we will go to the databases screen in Atlas Cloud, we will see that now our database is synchronized. A few seconds ago, we deployed our most recent migration. We can see this in the deployment logs. So we can see that we indeed applied our new main topic column to the target database. Rolling back changes to a previous version is just as simple. We can just go, this is the tag that we previously had committed. Let's edit the desired schema to include this previous version. Commit that on the master branch. And now, when we refresh, you'll see the operator kick into action. And we can see on the target database that our change was rolled back. Now, if you look carefully, you will see that Atlas actually verifies that this column is dropping is empty and will not agree to make progress without specific approval if it's about to delete any data. In this demo, we showed how to use Atlas alongside with Argo CD to build CI/CD pipelines to deploy database schema migrations to your Kubernetes cluster. Thanks for joining us, and if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and see you in the next video.